Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast. This is episode 170. We're your Cook Shuffle guys. I'm Joe.
I'm Dave.
Did you forget your name for a second?
Yeah.
Dave, what's up? How's it going?
So I am finally not sore from
Oh, from
playing.
Oh, not from snowboarding?
No.
Okay.
No, from playing. I played pickleball on Monday, and dude, I haven't moved like that in who
Pickleball
knows how.
kind of slaps.
Oh yeah, it was like this is how I started off, right? I walked in. Now Tom and Will had gone the week prior Wednesday, and so they told me about it. I was gonna go, but I was like, man, whatever,
Right.
because I wasn't feeling the best. So I was like, I'll just go. I'll just go next Wednesday. But then they said, oh, it's on Monday nights and Wednesday nights for a $10, 3 hours for $10.
Mm-hmm.
And basically you just you bring your paddle, and there's like 6 courts. You just put your paddle in like a rack, and then when like one team wins, whoever lost goes off, and they pull the next 2 paddles. They're like 2 people on this court or whatever.
That's pretty good, yeah.
So you can get mixed up because like you can go on there with like who you came with, but then let's say you go off together, but then you go back on whoever won. You were supposed to like swap partners.
Oh, okay.
So you're not always playing with the same people. You get mixed around a lot, whatever.
Yeah.
So first time I played this for since I thought it was since I don't remember playing it in high school, but I know I played it in like 6th, 7th, 8th grade, like some middle school, whatever. But I guess I don't know. Will said you didn't play this.
I know that I played it in high school, so there's a good chance.
Okay, then I probably did. I just don't remember it.
Yeah.
But either way, it's been at least 5 years.
Yeah.
So, but I walked in there and it's just old people.
Oh, well, yeah.
So it's like, and not like, I mean, there's this one guy who was like old, and I'm like, Jesus. But everyone,
because it's an easy old person sport, like
yeah,
there's not a lot of, you're not like, there's no grunting.
Yeah. But you get to move, like I was moving.
Yeah.
Now they probably don't, like I was moving because I knew I could move. They were probably just like, all right, I'm not going to go for it because like, if I can hit it, I can hit it. But
yeah, you don't want grandpa to break a hip out there.
Mostly 40s and above.
Mm-hmm.
There were a few people probably around our age, but I saw them and I was like, pickleball. I mean, I came in a hoodie and shorts, and I was like, Will said, you keeping your hoodie on? And I was like, yeah, like what am
pickleball?
Yeah, it's pickleball. Go to this first person. They're very, very cool people. I was like, you're just gonna have to remind me of what's going on. I know the rules of whatever. And they're like, oh, this is your first time? And they're like, yo, it's his first time. And they're like, okay. Like I was with 3 old guys.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we'll take it easy. If we got to let you reserve, we'll let you reserve, whatever. I got commented on my serve pretty well. They're like, you got the serve down. And I was like, yeah, because it's a fucking wiffle ball and a paddle. Okay. And
don't you just have to serve opposite corner? Is that all it is?
Yeah, you got to serve opposite corner. That's it.
Yeah.
But I guess I was putting it in a cool spot or whatever. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe people don't often.
When they put pickle in the Olympics,
yeah,
catch Dave Sharkey there.
Yeah. But after the first one, I was like, all right, I'll take my hoodie off. Fine, okay. I was getting a little sweaty.
Yeah.
But it was a good sore. It's one of those good sores. It's like you work out for the first time in forever, and then you feel sore, and you're like,
like, damn, I'm using muscles I haven't used in a hot minute.
Yeah. Like this right here, like this hurts.
Your knee?
Like this, like, yeah, but it's like, this is my knee, right? But it's like this muscle, right? It's probably like my meniscus or something.
Like on the side of the knee?
Yeah. My lateral meniscus. Or lateral is this way, right?
Lateral is, like a ladder.
Yeah, so it's this one.
It's your longitudinal.
Yeah, it's my long meniscus.
Yeah.
But yeah, that right there, right now, that's the only thing that hurts. But before,
I feel cheeks, like your cheeks,
my butt cheeks, dude, right here.
Yeah. Your
on either
gluteus maximus.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. I was like stepping and I'd go and I'm like, oh my god, dude.
I feel like back here would have hurt, like because you're like,
My arms, man, it's surprising. Like I just yesterday I was feeling it all, but I don't really feel it anymore. But yeah, my arms are feeling a little bit, but mostly my legs.
yeah,
My quad, my hamstrings.
So you were doing a
those
lot
are-
of moving.
Yeah. I was hitting shots that I was with this one partner, with this one guy, who I was hitting like this one thing. I like got down so quickly and I was like, like I squatted quickly,
Yeah.
and he was like, oh my god, nice shot, dude. And we were playing this couple who this was their first day,
Mm-hmm.
and they had like a whole little training session when they first got in. I saw them in the little training thing, and they come over and they were like, dude, I was like, you sure this is your first time? Like,
They were like
'cause-
insane.
they weren't insane, but like, I mean, yeah, they were like getting good shots and stuff. And they're like, oh, I mean, we play tennis too. And I'm like,
Well, there it is. Yeah.
okay, so then it's not a hard transition then. Okay.
No, not at all.
Um,
It's probably super easy to go from tennis to pickleball. Not so easy going the other way.
yeah. Because all you got to do is really like, there's more movement. Well, no. I
There's
think
a lot
there's
of movement in tennis.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to think of like,
I'd say the movement's pretty equal, but it's like the speed at which the ball is moving in tennis
yeah,
compared to
I know
pickleball
that.
is insane. So like in tennis, you're hauling ass across the court to
Yeah.
get that tennis ball that's flying 100 miles an hour. In pickleball, ball's going, it's a wiffle ball. It doesn't go that fast.
I think what I'm trying to say is just the difference is like it's just shorter, quicker movements in
Yeah.
pickleball.
You're like,
And oh shit! But dude, this one guy, shout out Mike is his name.
yeah.
He's like this.
His name was Shout Out Mike.
Yeah, he's this tall older gentleman.
Yeah.
I could say I'd be like 50s probably.
Right.
And he was my partner one time, and he was like moving, and the way he went to go like he just like had some good shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he would it would look like he was going one way, and then he'd go like this, and then he'd just switch his wrists, and it would just like flop to the right. It was
Damn.
like, dude,
Sick
doing
with
him
it.
dirty over there. Jesus Christ, man. Save some women for the rest of us. Jesus. But yeah. So I'm finally not sore from that. Fun
That's
time.
good. It's good.
We're supposed to play last night, but it was getting real bad here. So
Yeah. Big ice storm, right?
yeah. We had about a half an inch of ice covering
That's
the whole
like
driveway.
crazy.
Yeah. Everything.
Just
was
ice. Like snow, snow is just snow. It's like frozen water, but like ice is
I was
frozen.
walking on the grass, everything was crunching underneath my
Yeah.
feet.
Oh,
it
how
was,
satisfying was that?
it was kind of
Yeah.
probably again like another like a whole like legitimately just ice.
Yeah, that's
It
crazy.
wasn't just like the grass is frozen.
Yeah,
It was
ice.
I was slipping on grass.
That's
like, it was
wild.
Yeah, everything was covered in ice.
Yeah.
I guess somebody heard some, and I just watched a video on TikTok. Some trees fell.
I
'Cause
saw a
of this ice
video
storm.
of a person from like Wisconsin, not Wisconsin,
Michigan,
Michigan. Yeah, the
Yeah.
tree in the backyard, just like
Kalamazoo.
yeah,
Yeah, I just watched that.
yeah.
Yeah,
TikTok's really got to vary their For You page a little bit more between people, but
Kalamazoo,
Kalamazoo.
Michigan.
Yeah,
Yeah, was it camera 1 or camera 2?
I was watching camera 1.
I watched camera 1 first too, and then I went
Yeah.
to go. I was like, "Well, where's number 2?" So
Yeah,
clicked on the profile.
I was watching it and nothing was happening for like the first like I don't know what 10 seconds of the video, nothing happens. And so like I like scrolled away as I saw the tree start to crack and I was like, oh shit. And I went back and I was like, now I'm gonna watch this whole thing.
Yeah, it did a number on the. Well, it hit the house. I thought it hit the car. It hit more of the house
Hmm.
when I watched camera angle 2.
I did not watch camera angle 2.
Yeah.
Damn, sucks to be that person, I guess.
This just popped in my head. How was Ant-Man?
That's what I wanted to talk about. Fucking dude. Now listen, there's been a lot of bad reviews about
Well,
it.
I was going to say Rotten Tomatoes gave it 47%, one of the worst.
One of the worst Marvel movies.
Yeah.
According to Rotten Tomatoes. However,
What's it according to the fans?
It's like 80 something according to the fans. Now, like as we all know, I tend to rank movies a
I
little bit
can't rank
higher than
movies.
most people.
Yeah, I can't. It's hard for me to rank
Yeah,
movies.
I'm like, if I'm entertained, it's a bomb ass movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Like it's easier. Like it's either like it's hard for me to rank Marvel movies because like I don't know. I just like them all.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can realize when something is kind of eh. I just watched Black Panther,
The new one?
the new one.
Yeah.
It was cool,
You didn't think it was amazing?
but I don't think it was amazing. I think
Dude, I think I cried watching that movie.
Dude. Oh yeah.
If a movie makes me cry, then I'm done. Like it's getting a high rating for me.
Yeah, but like I mean, of course it's gonna make. I was like, they're gonna do something,
Yeah.
and the ending just.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Rihanna with oh, dude, that song.
Yeah.
I listened to it 17 times after that movie. I swear.
Slaps, dude.
What was that song called again?
Don't know the name of it.
Oh, yeah, but like that ending, of course it's gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
But what I don't like about movies now is I hate forced comedy. When they put stuff in there. One, not a fan of the Iron Man chick. Thought that was stupid as fuck.
Riri Williams.
I thought that was the dumbest thing ever.
She's getting her own show.
No, see, that's even worse.
What don't you like about her?
I thought it was just stupid. I don't know. It was just like, oh, there's this other young kid who's got this cool car and she works like, I don't know. It's just like, how many we got Spider-Man, we got the kid in Iron Man,
well,
and now we got
the kid in Iron Man, I don't think they're doing anything with him.
No, I'm not saying doing movie. I'm just saying we got like these kids that just like,
Yeah, well, the thing is with what's different between, and I mean, I don't want to dive too deep into like Marvel stuff on this podcast, but the difference between like Spider-Man and that kid from Iron Man 2, or Iron Man 3, was it? Iron Man 3, yeah. The difference between him and Peter Parker and Riri Williams is the two boys, they got their tech from Tony Stark. Like they got Stark tech.
Riri Williams, she's just
Ironheart, she's just a fucking genius and created her own, which is like the first time somebody's created workable Iron Man level technology, since Iron Man 2. But even in Iron Man 2, Whiplash, he stole the technology, right? So like she has created her own tech, and that's the first time we've seen that since Iron Man. And so like that's like a huge thing.
Whiplash.
Whiplash is that villain from the electric guy.
I know, but I just called him Ivan.
No, his comic book name is Whiplash. His villain name is Whiplash.
Nobody called him Whiplash in the movie.
Yeah, but I think that's what he's credited as. It's his name is Ivan Vanko.
Yeah, Ivan Vanko. That's stupid. I know it was Ivan Vanko.
Yeah, but his name is Whiplash. His villain name is Whiplash.
Yeah, but
anyways,
it's not bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad in any way.
Again, I think it's like the thing is like it's the first time we've seen her, the first time many people have even heard of her. And so once she gets her own show and she gets established a little bit more, I think she'll become more like, I don't want to say likable because she wasn't dislikable. But I think it's like your point, like there's so many kids, younger people that have like Stark technology. Why did we need another one? It's because she will be replacing Iron Man.
And I'm not going to like it.
Well, that's because you don't like change, and Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. was an incredible actor.
But the movies that are coming up, I bet you any money, I'm not gonna like the like Miss Wonder Woman, or what's her name, Miss Marvel.
Did you watch that show?
I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes, and just like the acting in it is
trash. Oh yeah, the acting's just
like the
good.
writing is just.
I don't know. It's not great. That it gets better definitely towards the end of that series, but yeah, I think what it is, it's because they're all so young, like they just haven't had as much experience acting, and they've definitely had no experience playing superheroes. So like we've been so used to Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., fucking Chris Hemsworth, all these people who are phenomenal actors playing superheroes that we love for 10 years. And now Marvel's like, okay, now we're going to bring in a bunch of young people to play superheroes that you may not have heard of before because they're setting up the Young Avengers, that they're going to be like the next group of.
But I think they're just getting weird because like Love and Thunder, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Very
But that's a
cool,
lot.
but
That was a
it's-
lot of forced comedy in that. Like that
yeah,
was,
very forced comedy. I was like, okay, why are you bringing in like,
yeah,
and then like now Shang-Chi, cool movie,
great movie.
but the forced comedy in there, like with bringing in Venmo when like all Venmo
Who?
and like
Oh, bringing
Venmo,
I was like, who's Venmo?
Yeah.
Talking about Venmo, yeah.
No, I was like, okay, why are you bringing in like? I mean, I know you're trying to make it like modern. You're modernizing it,
Yeah.
but like, but no, that was a cool movie. But like, I feel like the movies now. Doctor Strange, fantastic.
Great. A lot
That
of people
was
didn't
one
think
of the
so.
best, one of the best, newest ones.
Yeah, a
I've
lot of
seen, I
people
think.
did not think that it was one of the best. And so again, similar to him, I've heard a lot of, even from like friends, I've heard a lot of like not great reviews about it because they were like, how do you come out with a movie like that, like Ant-Man after Black Panther? And I'm like, well, they're two very different style movies. So like, not to give any spoilers, you haven't seen it yet, right?
No, but what
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
So not to give any spoilers, right? But it is just like every other Ant-Man movie. It is a comedy. So like, and this comedy doesn't feel forced because that's what you're expecting. You're from Paul Rudd, you are expecting a comedy.
Yeah,
Because that's what the other two Ant-Man movies have been. Like if the other two movies were like strictly action movies or strictly dramas, and then all of a sudden the third one is a comedy, you'd be like, not what I'm used to. I don't like it. But it's the first two were comedies and action, and this is the same thing. This is comedy with action, and Jonathan Majors, Kang the Conqueror, is a phenomenal actor. He steals the movie 100%. Like Paul Rudd, great, love him, absolutely love him. All of them fantastic, but Jonathan Majors is phenomenal. He is such a good actor, and I'm so excited to see more of him. God bless you. But I think it's really good.
I think that's why I think they went wrong with Thor: Love and Thunder. It was like it wasn't a comedy type of movie series like Thor.
Yeah, like when they
one,
came in Thor Ragnarok, it was a nice change because Thor 2 was like such a movie, which I like it still. I like
I like it, but
Yeah.
it was the worst.
Yeah. And so like when they came out with Ragnarok, we were all like, "Oh my God, this is such a turnaround. We love this." And then they doubled down on it.
Yeah.
On the comedy, and it was like, "Hey, like we're watching somebody die of cancer and you're cracking jokes every other scene."
Yeah,
or you're putting screaming goats in them. And I'm like, that's just it's a bit much.
Yeah, it was weird.
So yeah, I get
once
that.
again, I because see, that's not like I would watch Thor again.
Yeah.
I would watch Ragnarok again.
Mm-hmm.
There's some definitely cool parts that I like watching in Dark World, but yeah I could skip it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I heard about because a guy play a friend of a friend, he went to go see Ant-Man.
Okay.
And I go, "Oh, how was it?" And he was like, it was good. He was like, and I was like, because I was hearing some people saying it was bad. He was like, yeah, I could, like, he was like, if you look at it and if you go into the movie thinking of it as a setup of what Kane, what's his name? Kang with a G. If it's kind of a setup of what he's capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you think of it like that, then like it's kind of like a cool setup for what he's capable of and what his movies could do. But he was like, I liked it.
See, I don't even think you need to think of it now. Like I went into it not really thinking anything, but like I knew that it was going to be setting up a lot of Kang's story, because like obviously they featured him so much in the trailers, and like that's just what they talked about. And so like I knew that was going to be a big part of it, and so maybe that is part of like my thought process going into it. Of I'm so excited to see his story, not just like Ant-Man in the quantum realm again. So like maybe that is why I liked it so much. But I think like just in general, it was a very good. It was. I gave it. I think I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. And again, I tend to rank a little bit higher. So like,
We can't trust your.
yeah. So mom gave it a 10 out of 10, and I was like, okay, well, that's just not accurate. And mom was like, well, I like the movie, so it's a 10, and I'm like, fair, but no. So I gave it an eight
Yeah,
and a
I
half.
mean, like, yeah, I mean,
Um,
I like the Wakanda Forever, but
it's not a 10.
I
I
just
think I
don't think
gave
it's a
Wakanda
10.
Forever. I think I gave Wakanda Forever like a 9.
I just don't think I would give it a 9 or a 10.
Yeah, I might have given it an 8.5 as well. I don't recall, but mom gave it a 10. I gave it an 8.5. My friend Tyler and Colleen, who I went to the movies with, they I think Tyler gave it a 7, which he gives like every movie a 7, and then Colleen gave it like a 7 or an 8. So and I was like, okay, well then I know I liked it more, and I know that I rank higher, so therefore I'll go. I was going to go 8, and I was like, I'll bump it up to 8.5 because I think it was great. Um, so again, I think it's a really good movie. And yes, it does set up a lot of future stuff, which is what I think is so cool. Because like that's what I really like about movies is it was when they connect to other shit. And like obviously that's all Marvel is connecting to the next movie or
Right.
or the previous movie. And so I love that shit. Um
Yeah, so I'll see that eventually.
yeah, it's
Um,
definitely worth it. I will definitely be going to see it again. That's how much I
that
liked it.
that is a that's what the movie was. It was like ranked almost the worst compared to the Eternals, because I guess the Eternals was garbage.
Yeah. So again, like I didn't hate Eternals. It was an origin story, which always is a slow moving story. It took a long time to get through. I did look at my watch during Eternals, which I'm like, if I look at my watch during a movie, I go, ooh, that's not good. It docks a point off of it automatically.
Yeah,
I did
I've
not look
never
at my
I
watch at
completely
all during
forgot about
Ant-Man.
that movie. I
Yeah,
forgot about Eternals.
it's not the greatest they've come out with, but like I would say compared to Eternals, Ant-Man is like if Eternals is here, Ant-Man's fucking
Yeah.
all the way up here. It's so good. And I don't know what people are fucking. First of all, here's what I wanted like to talk even more about just movie critics. One, how do you become a movie critic? Two, that's not a job I could ever do because I rank movies too high. Three, what do they have against movies? How do you become a movie critic but hate fucking movies?
There's got to be some like there's got to be just some type of general like does the soundtrack fit well with what's going on? I'm
Yeah, I mean, like, do
just
they go in with a
guessing, but
scorecard
yes, something like that
and then do
probably.
they take like do they get rid of the highest and the lowest score and then take the average of the rest? Like what do they do? Um I just don't understand how it works. And again, like as a movie critic, if you're going in and you're constantly scoring movies on the low end, like then why are you going to see the movie?
Well, I like there's like what have I've looked up um what movies have gotten like let me but I don't remember what movies have gotten like 100%.
Are there any? There must be some, yeah.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
I look at it on how well like not even financially because there are movies that didn't do well financially that have a very high ranking.
See, and now I don't think see okay, now the only one I recognize out of this, and I still haven't seen it, is Cool Hand Luke. But these are all old movies.
Yeah, and that's I don't agree with like people need to go and re-rank those.
Toy Story got
Okay, that's got
100.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
But all of these, there are none that are past 2000.
See, and that's just like ridiculous to me.
Pinocchio, 1940. The Terminator, 1984.
Pinocchio.
Yeah, I don't know. The Last Picture, 1971. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1960. Oh, that's not
That's the animated one. What?
Singing in the Rain, 1952. Seven
Okay.
Samurai, 1954. Toy Story, 1995. Philadelphia Story, 1940. The Kid, 1921. 1988, Grave of Fireflies, Cool Hand Luke, 1967, and The 12 Angry Men, 1957. So the people who are like, I don't.
Yeah, like who like it must be like 80-year-old men going and watching these movies then. And they're like, well, if it's not in black and white, it's an automatic 10% off. And I'm like,
Yeah. Like,
Dude,
how do you
yeah.
like? I'm trying to think of like. I wonder. What's that? A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood got. That's what I want to know.
The Tom Hanks or the
Yeah,
yeah, Mr. Rogers' neighbor
because
movie.
that was a good movie.
Never saw it.
Go see it. Let's see. 95. Okay. Yeah, I could agree.
Yeah. But I just like I cannot agree. And I'm happy that that fans of Marvel and not even just fans of Marvel, but like people going and seeing the movie, they're saying that the critics are wrong because that really does make a difference. Because there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I won't even go see it if it's below a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. Um, but
48% on Rotten Tomatoes.
what is it?
48, 49.
Yeah, that's fucked.
But
Like that's
84
that
for
movie does not deserve that low of a score. What's the
now
audience score?
84.
Yeah. I mean,
Nah.
well, 84 is probably fair. I'd give it 80, like 85, 86.
Cocaine Bear. I want to see this movie.
You're telling me that scored higher than Ant-Man.
74%. Now,
That's
see,
based
I
on a
got
true story.
Yeah, I know.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. So now what I'm wondering, because they also have to go in, because Cocaine Bear, one, it's a true story.
Yeah.
So it's got to have some type of different ranking.
Maybe, but that's the thing is like, we don't know, right? Like, there's just no way of knowing how the. Hold on, I gotta put my blinds up because it's way too dark in this room.
Okay. Thor the Dark.
You'd think that there's like a different ranking system based on genre of movie or based on what have you. But there's just like you don't know, right? Because they're not sharing the breakdown of what's going on.
I looked up Thor the Dark World, 66%.
Yeah, and Ant-Man is way better than Thor Dark World. I don't like here's my theory. Here's my current running theory for why it's scoring so low. And this is also a reason because look up Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness while I'm talking. I think because I heard a lot of people say they didn't like Multiverse of Madness, and I'm hearing a lot of people say they don't like Ant-Man and the Wasp. Both those movies have something in common. They both deal with the multiverse and like different realities. Essentially the same exact thing. I just, I'll word them differently. So like those two movies deal with that. And so if you cannot wrap your head around the idea of different realities and multiverses, then you're not going to like the movie because it's like it would be like watching a movie about time travel. If you don't understand time travel, you're not going to like the movie you're watching because it's not going to make any sense to you.
Yeah.
Well, give me 1 second. I still have to turn the light on because it is still like this background is just so dark.
Oh shit.
As you can see, I have this curtain up now. And I got it because I wanted to like block this room off from the rest of the house. And now I'm realizing it just makes this whole fucking room way too fucking dark because there's no light in here. Sorry,
Doctor Strange got 74% from Tomato.
74?
And then audience gave it a 85.
Okay, damn. Well,
and Avengers
maybe I'm wrong.
Endgame got 94% on Tomato, 90% from the audience.
I don't agree with that. That to me, that's what about Spider-Man No Way Home? Because to me, I gave Endgame a 10 out of 10. That was like, to me at the time, that was a perfect movie.
Yeah, but Spider-Man No Way Home beat the shit out of that
movie.
movie.
I gave No Way Home an 11 out of 10 because I was like, well, I had it. I can't just give it another 10. It's better than perfect.
I do think, I mean, I'm trying to think, but like, yeah, that was a good movie and I got to see that again.
No Way Home?
Yeah, I got to see it again. Oh, wait. No Way. Oh, yeah, No Way Home. Yeah. I was thinking Far From 98 from the audience, 93 for Rotten Tomatoes. So they rated 1% less than like Endgame, but audience 8% higher.
Yeah. And that's accurate. Like it is 8% higher.
Dude, it was so good.
So good. But I don't know, like if Multiverse of Madness is getting a 74 from Rotten Tomatoes, but this is only getting a 48, that's ridiculous. It doesn't I personally don't get it. I don't see where it's losing.
That's what I want to look up. Wakanda Forever.
Yeah. I don't understand where it's losing the points, I guess, is like the thing that I'm confused about. And that's the thing with a lot of movies. A lot of movies that I really enjoy that rank really low on Rotten Tomatoes, which is why I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes at all. Um, they score so low, and I'm like, it doesn't like for why? Like tell me what it is. And I've heard one complaint. There's a character in the movie that you're just like, that's fucking weird. I don't like that. Um, but like that's not enough to take 50% of the movie away.
Yeah. Wakanda, and also what I didn't like about Wakanda Forever. So they Rotten Tomatoes 84%, 94% from the audience. But I thought the fight scene was gonna be cooler.
Which
Uh,
which one?
the one on the weird ship that they somehow
Oh
had.
yeah.
The way they had it in the previews
Looked
when
really
they
sick.
when they like jumped off,
Yeah.
and I thought they were about to be like, oh, fighting, but they just had ropes attached to the fucking Bata, those people.
Yeah.
Whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this just seems like I thought it was going to be way bigger. I think trying to think back on it now, I feel like I like the first fight scene better when they came into the city and the mom died.
Dude, that fucked me up. When
Yeah.
when they killed Andrea Bassett, I was like, bah.
Yeah. So, oh, by the way, Rihanna song called "Lift Me Up."
Right.
Lift me up. Oh my god, dude! That thing, those chords struck, and I was like, "Oh, here we go. This isn't happening, right?" And then that first word came, or the first three words came out, and I was like,
Yeah, you're like,
I
fuck.
was, I was like, "God damn." Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I don't know how they rank them. Sometimes, like I could see, except for I mean, I haven't seen Ant-Man yet, but from what I see from these, like, Rotten Tomato, I could see how they give some, like, I go more by the audience because it seems like it's
Yeah.
closer to my
I think the
thing.
audience score is accurate. So like how does the audience score of Ant-Man and the Wasp compare to Dark World again?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Sorry, Ant-Man Quantumania.
Oh, Dark World 70. Oh, wait. Oh,
Because I think that's you can only trust the audience. Critics just don't
75
for Dark
for
World.
Thor 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And I'd say that's a fair score. Like I didn't hate the Dark World.
84 for Ant-Man though. So
Yeah. And
10% higher.
I'd say that's
Yeah.
pretty fair. I would still give Quantumania a little bit higher, like again, 85, 86, maybe like higher 80s, like 88, but um
And I do agree Black Panther was better than Thor 2, so the audience is right there.
yeah, I think that they should stop sending critics to movies because their job is to critique the movie, right? Like they're going to pick it apart. And some of them are really going to like it. It's a very biased like I don't think they're going in there with an unbiased opinion. Like there are critics going in saying I don't like superhero movies and they're going to score it low. And then there's critics going in saying I love superhero movies and I've been a Marvel fan my entire life, so they're going to score it super high. So
So
just stop sending critics to movies and just let the audience score it.
so this is how the tomato meter works.
Okay.
I forgot that this is how it all started. I looked up this question.
Yeah.
The tomato meter score is calculated after 5 reviews. As the reviews come in, the tomato meter measures the positive reviews against the negative ones and assigns either an overall score of fresh or rotten rating to the film or television show.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's a physical person. I think it's
yeah, but it's like reviews are coming in. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And physical people have to make reviews.
Oh, I see what you mean. So and
But again, it's like wait, like not where do the reviews come from, but it's more like what exactly are they reviewing? You know, like what are they breaking? What are they ripping apart, I guess, is the
Yeah, I just want to see what they do. And they won't it won't just include any critics review. They have to have at least reviewed a movie within the last 2 years. So we're not getting some Joe Schmo.
from 50 years ago.
Well, we
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
He
If
could
he
be,
just reviews movies every year, it doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Let's see. And top critics are counted with a separate score. So whether Rotten Tomatoes rating system, I don't know. They don't tell you what. They don't tell you like what do they go in.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Again, I just don't get like, because I get it's their job, right? Like it is their job as a movie critic to go and watch a movie and give their honest opinion about it. But again, so often I see that a movie that I really enjoyed gets a low rating. And I'm like, then why are these people? And it'll have like a high audience like this. Like this is a 40%, almost a 40% difference between the critics and the audience. So clearly it's a good movie, except for this group of people over here. The critics don't think so. So it's like, you just, in my opinion, you just don't like movies. So then why are you going and watching it? You know?
So it looks like I just put this isn't Rotten Tomato. It looks like, or it's not, but this says 5-star rating, personal / aesthetic / spiritual. So 5 stars is it's your favorite. It's a masterpiece and divine encounter. 4.5, exceptional, well-crafted work of art, enriching and transformative.
Okay.
4, great, it's exciting, affecting, memorable achievement, enlightening. 3.5, very good, interesting concept and execution, evoking. 3,
then I would say, based on the wording associated, I would give probably 3.5, and somewhere 3.5 or 4 is what I'm giving it based on the words that you chose. I would, or the words that are associated with it. I would say 3.5 or 4 for Quantumania.
Yeah.
But like, what's that percentage wise? What's 3.5 out of 5?
Oh, I mean, it's if 5 is 100, then it's midway, so it's like 50.
No, 2.5 would be 50.
Or yeah, sorry. I shouldn't have stopped at 50, but
Where the fuck's my calculator? There it is. 3.5 divided by 5. That's 70%.
70.
And that's now that's again low.
But
and
better than 49.
Better than 49. 4
Which
divided
they're
by
2.5.
4 would be 80. And even that again I considered low. And the audience is giving it an 80, almost an 85.
So if they go off of this 2.5, it says mixed feelings, flawed but worthy, moderately insightful.
So I would say it's way better than flawed but worthy. Like it's so much better than that.
And
the audience is giving it 4.5 stars essentially. 4.5 is a little bit like it's based like 4.25 is what they're giving it.
Yeah. How do you break this down like by percentage? 5, like it looks like there's you can get this one has a half a star or no star. So you got 0%. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it goes by 10% things. So 5 is 100%, 4.5 is 90%, 4 is 80, 3.5 is 70. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they gave 2.5 stars pretty much for that.
So then again, it's like I'd like to know like what exactly like you said, it's like there's like the soundtrack, there's the special effects, there's the acting, there's the writing, you know, like how's the dialogue, you know? And I would say like there were some like maybe a few questionable CGI things, but like I don't look for that, you know, like if I notice it, then I'm like, oh shit, that was bad if I noticed it. And nothing really stood out to me in this movie. And you have to realize that it's all special effects because it takes place in another world.
Right.
So like all special effects. I did hear a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, it's too much like Star Wars," so I didn't like it. And it is a very Star Wars-esque Marvel movie because one of the creators on the team made The Mandalorian. So like it does have a very Star Wars feel to it, but that's fine. I like the Star Wars movies.
I don't know.
But like
They
I
were
don't
all
sit there
right.
and think I'm not sitting there watching thinking this is Star Wars. There was one point where I was like, wow, this is just like Star Wars.
Okay.
But like again, it was just like there was one moment, but it didn't take away from it because like Disney owns them both anyways. Fuck it, who cares, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the audience is correct. The critics need to stop. Critics need to stop watching movies clearly because they don't remember how to do their job. They don't remember that they started becoming a movie critic because they loved movies. They lost sight of their original job.
Yeah.
And we talked way more about this than I wanted to do.
Hey, well, we got into it.
Yeah, we did. I have something that I wanted to talk about, but I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking, well, we haven't been recording an hour yet. I don't know. Do we save it or do we talk about it now? If we start talking about it, it could end up making this episode significantly longer.
I've gotten to like, I definitely want to be done before 7.
Maybe let's save this for next week then.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what it's about. I got a list of 30 of like the most popular conspiracy theories in the world. And so I really do want to talk about them. But I think because I want to break them down too, I want to like talk about how stupid people are. So maybe we save that for next week.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's make this a little bit of a shorter episode today and get to the trivia. Wow, we're only at 40 minutes.
No,
because you joined 20 minutes in.
We started recording at like probably 35 minutes.
Shit, this could be a really short episode.
Well, hold on. Let me think back on my week here.
Yeah, my week was pretty uneventful.
Let's see. President's Day was Monday, so I had a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, I forgot President's Day was this weekend. So like I was at the park with mom and I was like, why the fuck is it so busy? And I ran into some people that I work with and they were like, oh, it's President's Day. And I was like, fuck, like people still celebrate that shit. I thought we hated presidents. So, what do we even celebrate on President's Day? Just
their birthdays.
No. What?
Because it's like Lincoln's birthday isn't that like Lincoln's Washington's birthday?
Washington and Lincoln are like around the same time, right?
Yeah. Lincoln's the 12th and Washington's the 22nd
of February.
So, yeah.
Okay. So I
think they were just like, all right, let's just have a President's Day,
Yes, but we're celebrating all the presidents. It's not just those two.
Our country leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we need it.
Fuck that.
Well, it's a day off for you. Fine. Okay.
You kidding me? It's a federal holiday, man.
Yeah, I don't see really nobody does anything. Everybody just takes the day off, but nobody does anything.
No. Well, nobody does anything for like
people do shit for all the other ones.
Yeah. Well, people do shit for this one too. They're like, okay, President's Day is coming up. It's not like they do something.
Yeah, but think about it. It's like it's the middle of winter middle of a cold winter for most of the country. Not most, for half of the country, it's a very cold winter. The other half, it's 80 degrees and everybody comes to vacation here. But like Memorial Day, right?
People go skiing or snowboarding.
You have picnics on Memorial Day, or you go to watch the fireworks. Labor Day, you definitely have picnics. Labor Day is a big picnic holiday because that's like end of summer, so it's like your last hurrah. And then I don't know, give me some other like lesser holidays that people actually do shit on.
Birthdays?
No. Like something you get like a day off for.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Yeah. So that's my point. President's Day is just an unimportant holiday.
Yeah, but like people do stuff. Like just because they don't picnic because it's not warm, like it's a long
Yeah, but
weekend.
there's no
so
fireworks. There's no celebration. There's no like everybody take a moment to remember your favorite president. Nothing happens.
I'm sure some people do that.
Maybe some people do that, but those people have issues. I think it's just we all agreed to take the day off federally, and nobody's said anything since because everybody gets the day off.
Yeah, because who cares? Give me a fucking day because it's Earth Day, by all means.
Yeah, I guess people don't really do much on Earth Day. People plant trees on Earth Day. See, at the very least, you're planting a tree on Earth Day or on Arbor Day. Are they the same? They're not the same day.
I don't know. Then like fucking
But you're not getting the day off for Earth or Arbor.
well, Groundhog Day. Nothing happened
People
on that
people
fucking
do
day.
shit on Groundhog's Day. Like they go watch Puxatawny Phil
That's so dumb.
get lifted out of his fucking cage.
Yeah. Is
So,
that
like-
the same groundhog?
What?
Is it the same groundhog?
Every
Or they
year?
yeah.
Oh no. I think
Yeah.
for a while it was.
I'm sure they just keep naming the same fucking.
Well, oh yeah, he's like 50 years old. Warthogs. Groundhogs don't live that long.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
But like
Right.
people are still like there's a gathering at some location, I don't know. And there are probably several gatherings where they hold up groundhogs and go, anybody see a shadow? Yes. Somehow shadow means more winter, which doesn't make sense to me at all. Somebody put it backwards a long time ago and we never changed it. Shadow should mean more sun
There's-
equals less winter.
Yeah.
But we all determined that sun equals more winter. And
It's a
also,
dumb
you can
fucking
just
thing.
predict in advance whether or not Phil is going to see a shadow. Is the fucking sun out? There's going to be a fucking shadow. But at least we do something on Groundhog's Day.
Either way, who gives a fuck? Taking President's Day off.
That's fine. Keep taking it off. I just mean we should do something. If we're going to call it a holiday, we should do something. What other holidays are there in February? There's Valentine's Day. Clearly shit's done on Valentine's Day.
Still a dumb holiday.
And there's President's Day. I think those are the only two big ones. But like, you can't name another holiday where nothing is done besides President's Day.
Yeah.
I'm getting my calendar. I gotta look. We're gonna figure this fucking out right now. Can you see your calendar easily from there?
I can see February.
Okay, you can see February. Well, then I'll scroll. That's not the answer. I'll flip through. Okay. Mardi Gras in February. That's a big celebration. Groundhog Day is also in February. February's stacked with holidays. Okay, so let's jump back a month, shall we?
Give me something. Go to March and April
Okay, March and April.
because
we
we
know
don't get. There's no federal holidays in March and April. So find something where we get a federal holiday.
March. Okay. Autumn begins in March. That's not special. International Women's Day. People celebrate that. We love women.
I'm surprised we don't have a day off for that, honestly.
Yeah, we should get a day off for Women's Day. Wait a second. Autumn begins. That didn't make any sense. Southern Hemisphere autumn begins. Spring begins in March. There's no holidays. Oh, St. Patrick's Day is in March.
Boom. Let's get a federal holiday for that one.
You should. Absolutely, you should for that one. April, we got April Fool's Day. That's a big one, right off the bat.
I got to do something this
You
year.
got Palm Sunday, you got Easter Sunday, you got Good Friday, Holy Saturday, all that fucking bullshit. Shout out religious people. I celebrate those. I don't celebrate those ones. Earth Day is in April.
Yeah, I know that.
So you get Easter off, don't you?
No.
You don't? It's not like one of those things that's like recognized on Monday. That seems a little bogus, but
Yeah, I'm like, well, we got Christmas. Why don't we have Easter?
yeah. May, of course, you have.
Memorial Day.
Thank you, Memorial Day.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, big one. And we got June.
Shout out Juneteenth.
June, yeah.
See, but nothing happens that day.
No, a lot of stuff happens that day. Maybe we don't do anything that day, but like a lot of people do stuff that day.
But do they?
Oh, I think so. Enough to make it a holiday.
I've never seen like I've
I
already
think well because it's very
always-
new. It's like it's only like recently became an official holiday.
It's only
but, like,
recently
people
become
have- there's, like-
official federal holiday. It's always been on there. It's been on there for a minute.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, well then it's recently become a federal holiday. But like people, there's like parades and shit.
No, well, see, I did not know that.
Yeah, there's whole ass parades for Juneteenth.
You have proof?
Yeah, look it up. Also, Flag Day is in. Don't you get Flag Day off?
No.
That's also dumb. You if
That is
we're
some
if the
bullshit.
country is celebrating the flag, the most federal thing that we have, you should probably get that day off. But like we do shit on Flag Day. People light fires. Like we burn shit on Flag Day. You don't do anything on President's Day.
See, President's Day is used by many patriotic and historical groups as a date for staging celebrations, reenactments, and other events. this is-
Reenactments. People are out there. What's that called? LARPing. They're LARPing on President's Day.
So there's celebrations, reenactments. So it's just we're not.
But have you ever seen one?
Have you ever seen a Juneteenth parade?
Yes. I've seen pictures. I've never seen one in person, but I've seen pictures.
Yeah.
But I've never seen pictures of a President's Day reenactment or celebration. In fact, I've never even seen an article published about President's Day. I'm sure there are. You don't have to Google it. But I guarantee there are. I've just never seen one. I have seen articles about Juneteenth and about other holidays. July, of course, has the 4th of fucking July.
See, like people just got like pictures of George Washington, and Abraham Lincoln. So it's like that's why I said
Yeah,
it's
those are
for
like
their
the only
birthdays.
two that they celebrate because their birthdays are right around there. But it's for all the other presidents. Other presidents
Yeah,
just
but,
don't have
like,
their birthdays around there.
You might as well
August,
celebrate the first one, and you might as well also celebrate the one who
Yaminas.
abolished
slavery.
slavery.
Yeah,
So those are the two most important ones.
I would agree. There's nothing in August. August has no. August
Yeah.
almost has almost no holidays for any country. But
Well, August 3rd is National Watermelon Day. So
oh yeah, yeah. Okay. So August has dog shit.
and I'm not saying, by the way, with my remark to have you ever seen something happen on Juneteenth? Not trying to say that Juneteenth doesn't matter, guys. Okay. I'm just
Don't
saying
cancel him.
you said there's nothing that happens on Juneteenth, and I just was like, well, or not Juneteenth, President's Day. So I was like, well,
You were
I've
trying to
seen
make an
it.
argument, yeah. But something does happen on Juneteenth.
Yeah, which I did not know about. And something happens on President's Day.
Not that we've ever
This-
seen.
Yeah, but for those groups of people, because we don't give a fuck about historical and or historical shit. History is the worst thing.
Juneteenth is historical.
And when did you see this Juneteenth stuff? Probably more recently, right?
Very recently, yeah.
Yeah, because it's now.
But what I'm
recognized.
saying is President's Day has been around a lot longer than Juneteenth. A lot longer. Because we were celebrating presidents long before Juneteenth was even allowed to be a thing. So, like, they've had several opportunities to create, just a moment of what?
Early celebrations date to 1866 for Juneteenth.
And how long has President's Day been a thing? Probably since the 1700s.
Probably, but I'm just saying it's been here for a while.
Yeah, I'm not saying it hasn't been. I'm just saying it's like,
I hope
You know.
President's Day is like fucking 1867.
I also think Juneteenth was probably a lot smaller back then.
What am I doing? This is the last thing
what
I'm
does
looking up.
September have? September has Labor Day, of course. October has Halloween.
1879, bitch.
So sooner,
No,
longer.
later.
No, you said 18.
1866, Juneteenth.
I thought you said 1886.
1866.
Damn. So what you're saying is in like 10 years, we'll get some President's Day celebrations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
There's a
then
lot.
that's fine. Yeah. November has Thanksgiving, obviously.
As an see now, but this okay, see, so this is when it came an official federal holiday in 1879.
Oh, then it was
Which
around
means-
a lot longer than
Well,
that.
no, it probably wasn't because they were like, oh, well, presidents are important back
Yeah.
then. And then now they're like, now Joe Biden was like, okay, well, now let's recognize Juneteenth that has been around since 1866.
So let's think about that for a second. They made President's Day an official federal holiday, which means since 1879, you said?
1879. Yeah.
Since 1879, people have been getting the day off that work in government. People have been getting the day off for President's Day.
Yeah. It was related to Lincoln's birthday.
Yeah, because they were like, we love Lincoln so much. Let's give him 2 days in February, his birthday
Yeah.
and President's Day.
I thought we did also have like for some reason because that's what I was but that's what I always associated to when we had President's Day. I was like, oh yeah, it's their birthday.
Yeah, because it's right there. It's in between the two most important presidents' birthdays. So it took over 150. Is that math correct? Over 150 years for us to get Juneteenth as a federal holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little, So for all intents and purposes, President's Day has been around a lot longer, and there's no celebration associated with it.
Not to us.
Not to us.
To other people.
People that I don't know.
You don't know Juneteenth celebrational people?
I might. I just haven't asked.
I bet you any money I'll just go to a library and be like, yo, you guys do anything for President's Day Monday? Yeah. Yeah, we met up at the
The local LARPing club.
Kiwanis Center.
And we had a 45-minute celebration, 1 minute for each president. 45, right?
No.
How many are we at?
47.
47.
6.
I think it might be 46. Because wasn't Obama? Yeah, Obama was 44. Okay, so they had a 46-minute celebration, 1 minute for each president.
We had a little potluck dinner and everything.
Yeah, but I think you're more likely to walk into a library and say, "Hey, what do you
Did you
guys
just say
do for
library?
Library. You're more likely to walk into a library and say, "Who celebrates Juneteenth and what do you do?" And you're bound to get more answers than who celebrates President's Day and what do you do?
Yeah, probably. Either way.
I'm not
just
saying take away the holiday.
Well, listen, that's how the argument started, it seemed like.
No, all I said was it's a stupid holiday because nobody does anything. People just take the day off and nobody does anything. We do more on 9/11 than we do on President's Day.
9/11 should be a federal holiday.
9/11 should, well, not, I don't know. It's weird to call something like that a holiday.
Yeah. But like, it should be recognized.
It should be
Well,
federally
we do
recognized as a day of I don't want to call it a Memorial Day because we have that.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
a day of remembrance.
Yeah, Day of Remembrance.
So like, I don't know. I'm just saying if we do more for 9/11 than we do for President's Day,
And
That's-
last
like
thing
they
I'll say-
take time of like they have a broadcast where they
Doesn't
just
New
don't
York-
talk.
Doesn't New York like
Shuts down.
shut down?
Yeah. Like that's big, Like and President's Day, we're all just like, cool, day off.
Speaking of day off for president, when a president dies, the postal service gets a day off, another day off.
No way.
Yeah. So
Damn, you got to like start killing off some of these ex-presidents.
um so now I'm not happy that I said this, but you get some type of you get a little like ooh, because I heard that Jimmy Carter is in hospice.
Yeah.
So, so
Oh my fucking god.
no, so like they were like no, it just
You're
kind of
like,
hit
damn,
my
that sucks,
brain.
but also like, ooh, a day off
Like,
coming
of course I
soon.
don't want it to happen, but like of course it is bound to happen to everybody.
Yeah,
Like
hospice is end of life care.
everybody dies.
He is on
So
his
like
way out.
I had heard somebody was like, "Oh, Jimmy Carter's in hospice," and I was like, "Oh," and they're
Like, oh really?
like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, well,
I
post
get a
office
day
gets
off if he kicks the bucket, I get a day off. It's like you got
I
a
know.
bet going.
And I also told mom, I think, because she knew it, but like I was like, "Oh, did you hear that? Whatever." She's like, "You shouldn't be excited about
I
that." And
am.
I
I'm
go, "Yeah,
for
no."
you.
I go, "I know that, but like, of course, I know that people gotta die."
Yeah. You got to start like rooting for it to happen. Not rooting, but like hoping that it happens on like a long weekend anyways. So you get an extra long
Yeah, or a
weekend.
4-day weekend.
Yeah, that would be sick.
I think I can. I don't think I have to use it. I think I could kind of bank it. But
Oh,
you
they
have to
like give it
use
to you. It's not like the day he dies, you get a day off.
well. So I think well it depends because they're not going to give it to everybody
That's a good
because
point. Yeah, they can't just shut down the post office because the president
right.
died.
Right. So it may be where if they can't give it to you that day, then you can use it a different day. Um and I'm just hoping I'll be like and you just got to make sure you use it within like
The
a
year.
year,
Yeah.
I think. So, if that happens
Damn.
then I'll just, use it for a long weekend. Like
Never been
I'd like
excited about somebody in hospice before until
I'd
right
like
now.
to cash in my
My Jimmy Carter.
yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and after I use that, I'll be fucking going to hell. Jesus. Holy
That's
cow.
so fucked up, but it's so fucking funny. Okay, now I think we can wrap this. We don't have anything
Yeah.
else to say about that, do we?
No, my God.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
funny.
get struck by lightning.
Yeah,
Um,
that's hilarious,
let's
dude.
see. Random trivia. Share.
It's like the talk of the post office. You guys hear that Jimmy Carter's in hospice? Everyone's like, "Oh boy, it's any day now."
I mean, now listen.
He's like, how he's fucking
Post-
old.
He is 97. I think. Yeah.
Wow.
So now I know postal workers.
Hmm.
I would say most of us are, kind of we're those type of people, who'd be like, "Oh, you guys hear the president is
Not doing so hot.
And we're not like having, but I just feel like,
Yeah.
All right, pick a number. Jesus.
39.
39. I'm gonna pick it because
Okay.
Jimmy Carter's the 39th president. So
Hey, there you go.
let's just give him some love. 3, 4, 5.
Maybe make them last a little longer.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 21, 23, 26, 29,
29?
29, 32, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Who wrote the novel The Hunt for Red October? Oh,
I've heard of it, but I have no fucking
I've
idea.
heard of it. Yeah. The Hunt for Red October. Hunt for Red October.
If you get it, it's all yours.
I can't even.
I couldn't even tell you if it's a male or a female.
I want to say, dude, I feel like then there's a name coming right through. I don't know. I got no one. Jack Frost. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy.
That makes sense. Okay. I hope they ask, dude. I want to scroll by and like, what president was Jimmy Carter? Could you imagine?
That would be nice.
All right. Let's see. Let's find one.
What about what two letters in American Sign Language require a finger movement?
What two letters?
Yeah,
Wait. Oh, I know.
so do I.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a different one.
Whoa. Where is the last remaining Blockbuster store? I know this.
You think they're looking for a city or a state?
City.
Fuck.
Probably city and state. It's probably
Yeah. Well, if we get the state, we'll take it.
I feel like it's like,
I think it's like Midwest.
yeah. Oh wait, no, mine's not Midwest.
Dude, I don't fucking know. Maybe it's not Midwest. Maybe it's East Coast.
Maybe it's shit. I got like 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 states.
I got like 2.
I'm just going states. I'm
not even gonna try and guess a city.
Yeah.
I'm down to 2 states, and I'm not confident about either one of them.
Okay, I got one.
Fuck. Now I've got 3 states. Fuck it. All right, I'm locked in.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with I'm gonna say the 3 that I was gonna pick.
Okay, I will also do that.
I was gonna either do Wisconsin, Oklahoma, or Montana.
Okay.
And I went with Kansas.
Okay. I was down to Iowa, West Virginia, North Carolina, and I went with Iowa.
Oregon.
Fuck, dude. Bend.
Wait.
Okay, so
Bend.
Kansas is closer, right?
Yeah.
Well,
it is.
Are we sure? If the closest part of Iowa to Oregon.
Well, I do always forget where Iowa is, so.
Iowa's like up there, you know?
Ooh.
Damn, it's going to be close.
So what, do we go from the center or we go from the closest corner?
I would say I think the closest corner gives it to you. Even the center gives it to you, right?
Yeah, probably.
Well, let's measure. How do we measure?
Well, here, just click.
Now make sure that point's in Kansas, you fuck.
Dude, it's right on the corner. Look at how good that is.
How did you do that? You literally got the tri-point, like literally all 3 states on that one point.
And as soon as I touch, well, we should probably go to the center of Oregon. Oh, Bend. We got to go to Bend.
Right. Yeah. Damn, that like really just stood out there, huh?
1252
hours. Oh my god, dude.
That's walking.
Oh shit, yeah.
I don't know why it's walking. Let's change that to driving.
Yeah. 1355.
And then I will drag this to
the closest point.
Yeah, which is right here.
Oh, hold on. Those miles were going down a little bit. Is that top corner closer? 1544.
You gotta be 1355.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any point down there that's going to beat. If something on there managed to cut off 200 miles, that would be incredible.
Yeah, it'd have to be like, Jesus.
See, what we need is a straight line.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, what if you just take an index card and hold it up to just get a straight line, you know? Like, look at that. That little dip right there, that's slowing me. That's adding miles, unnecessary miles on in Idaho.
Yeah, but like I got to take that same.
No.
Look at this dip.
Yours is more straight.
Oh.
Whoa.
That dip.
Yeah, well, I mean,
1349 is closer. I am not on the point anymore.
Yeah, you're in a different state altogether now. Just take an index card and measure a straight line.
You can't do that. Can you? That doesn't work. Does it?
Yeah, it does. Just again, it's just like whichever like mark it, and then label it. Do you remember where bend is? Okay, there you go.
I need a fucking size 11 by 8 piece of fucking.
Yeah. Hold on, I have paper right here.
Dude, it's more than 11 inches away.
I got it. No, it's not. What are you fucking talking about? Do you got
It's
a pen?
bigger on my
Do you have a pen?
It's bigger on my screen.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll do it. Hold on. I need a pen. Fuck. Well, now you closed it out. Okay, I'll be right back.
Dude, it's 7 o'clock.
Shut up.
Fuck.
2 seconds to do that.
Just give it to me. I won.
Okay. So the closest point of Kansas is that corner. Bend. Okay, so that's not visible at all. So there to there is yours.
I think we should just take the capital of. Okay.
Okay, now where the fuck's Iowa?
Right here.
Oh, dude, it's bigger than a sheet of paper. Yeah, you're way closer. I can't get the whole paper in there.
Booyah.
Yeah, bend is the corner, and there's no point if I swing this that I reach. Wait, here, let me do this, right? Don't move. So I put the same mark on bend that I had. I don't get to Iowa until. All right, okay. So again, let's measure yours.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we had to figure that out.
So there's yours. There's mine.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can clearly see that.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I thought maybe there was a chance that it was like a weird corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid of us, but that's
Yeah,
the podcast, right?
You can follow me on Instagram _David Sharkey _
By the way, you're in the lead by 4 points right now.
Let's go. _David Sharkey _ is my Instagram. Eat of the week. We're gonna go with I don't know what I even had. Honestly, I'm gonna go with the chicken mesquite. I had chicken mesquite and fries that I had for lunch today, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You can follow me on my photography Instagram, Sharky _photography. My regular Instagram is Secret Agent Sharky, and my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@JoeSharky7. My eat of the week is I got Cold Stone last night.
Oh,
and I got they have like Reese's peanut butter ice cream, but they have 2 different flavors right now, or 2 different ice creams that you can get. One of them is it's just like Reese's peanut butter cup, and the other one is a Reese's Take 5 ice cream, and I love Take 5 bars. They're like the best Reese's candy chocolate that you can get. And so they made it into ice cream, and it's so peanut butter ice cream with Reese's cups in it, caramel drizzled on top, peanuts and pretzels crunched up in the middle of it.
dude, I could.
slaps. So good. So like I hate to say that ice cream is my eat of the week, but ice cream is my eat of the week. As for the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSG Pod. That is CSGPOD. Follow us on TikTok at The Shuffle Podcast. That is where we post our clips of the podcast. And subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. All at The Shuffle Podcast. YouTube.com/at The Shuffle Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We will talk at you guys next week with some conspiracy theories that we all believe in. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bang, bang.